take this to a dyer later. Smoke. I wonder where it's coming from. Miners. Looks like they're in some kind of trouble. I think that's the foreman.
You good?
I'm okay. Thank you, Corvin.
Corvin?
Not now.
Easy. What happened?
Explosion in the mine. Water flooded the whole place. Some of my guys are still... They're still down there. I can't stop.
You've done enough. How many are still down there? Corvin, how many?
Two. Two, I think. Two more.
I'll do what I can. Gotta find those two miners. Quick. Hello? Can anyone hear me? The miners. One of them doesn't look too good.
I'm not going anywhere.
Are you okay?
Who are you?
Corvin sent me. Are you hurt?
My leg. I was a little too close to the blast.
What happened?
We were blasting in the farthest tunnel, but the scaffolding didn't hold. It collapsed. I think it blocked the drainage shaft. Water started flooding the place as quick as I drink ale. I barely managed to drag us here.
So something's keeping the water inside the tunnels.
What are you thinking?
I've got an idea. Are there more explosives?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, should still be some up top, but you'll need these fuses.
Are you crazy?
You can't move, and I'm not leaving you here. It's not like she can make things worse.
Don't go anywhere. I need to find whatever's blocking that drainage shaft and blow it sky high. Hopefully without bringing the mine down. Made it. There's the debris blocking the shaft. If If I can reach those explosives up on that track, maybe I can blast through the blockage. Find this in my stash later. Burrowers. Maybe I can swim past unnoticed. Not gonna back down. That's all of them. Now to find a way out of this room. I should follow those tracks. See if they lead to the explosives. Let's see where this leads. stuff for the stash. There's the explosives, up on the track. Just need to get across somehow. Might be a good idea to drop that ladder. Did the trick. Oh, guess that got its attention. It's down. That's all of them. Now let's go check on those miners.
know that.
Looks like everyone's okay.
You did it.
I thought you blew yourself up.
Are you two okay from here?
I can get this idiot down. Don't you worry. Thanks, kid.
Better let Corvin know his men are all right.
Give me a minute.
I found the two you mentioned. They're safe, but could probably use a hand. Is that everyone?
It is. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. I knew we were blasting too much, but the man who staked the claim here, Ulvund, he kept pushing and pushing me. I tried to shield my crew from his constant demands every damn day. I should have been stronger.
You were there for your crew when they needed you. That counts for something.
Ulvund can threaten me all he wants. I am not letting my people back into those mines.
Will you be all right?
Yes. I can take it from here. You are owed, Huntress.
Ulvund's name keeps coming up. And it's never good. Sooner or later, someone's gonna have to deal with him.
I'll see the last two make it out.
Gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I don't know if merchants would be interested. The water's ice cold. I think I can climb up this cliff. I wonder if there's anything interesting at the top. Carja watchtower. I wonder what's inside. I'll save this for a dyer. Okay, almost there. Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. To send a signal? Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep... I can almost see the entire valley up here. No wonder the Carja built this watchtower. Must be Chainscrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior?
Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Workbench is free if you need to tinker with that gear.
Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Ignoring me again?
Shop's closed, Red. You're welcome to use the workbench. Best I can do.
It's just really attractive when someone knows how to fix.
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
Cool. Till Ulvund blows that whistle, no one's working it. This is gonna be my day. Fire and spit.
Please. I'll drink you under the table anytime.
Tinkering with one hammer isn't gonna kill you.
Maybe finally someone who will outdrink me, huh? Ignoring me again? What? Yeah, you!
We are on the same side here, Ulvund. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, Dracula. We all know what the Cardew who let the bristlebacks into the valley.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle, remove the bristleback, face it.
Hi.
Savior.
We might.
Very well.
So,
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty, Ulvund. So, smudge of a settlement. Your savior.
I'm here for the
The embassy. Ah.
Once I've...
Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. Where's the whistle?
But with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear...
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Savior of Meridian, come on over here.
revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a... Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to, when performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect, and your current machine has 2. So in total, since my machine isn't the one attacking, and just like your machine, so right now, this means your machine... Did you get all... Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by... Not pulling any punches. Now grab that sec... See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is. Hit them there, and you'll... Now, red show... Here, let me show you. Rotate that... Now let that machine... Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine, go ahead and move downward. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, overcharge your machine to attack. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was, we both get the good news is, you're gonna receive your victory, which means you can reach the covet. That's why sometimes losing a piece can't now. You'll notice, but that means that wasn't so. Just remember, you'd be surprised he had, I know it saved my behind in the
I'll...
Oh, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small set, but you might even fancy. They've got all kinds of, though they'll need the right or, no, I've lost my fair share of beer. Brew. No need to thank me, always. Now, if you feel like playing, I could even teach you. Thanks. I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time? This one's got all knowing when and how to use the terrain mainly. As you know, you compare it the higher your machine. So finding the right terrain. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and my machine is standing on. It's also not attacking, so my combat power. This means go ahead and test. There you go. Now. It can also help to grab your other piece and place it. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both are, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more. Not only that, if my machine it would have received an extra, and if my machine had been blocked by that machine would. That's why breaking them to deal damage is useful, right? There's still one more thing. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain. However, this is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on though, but it'll take away 2 combat points if you do. So this is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the. Here, let me show you. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth, and you can spend up to 10. Knowing what each building an army is the key. When assembling your arm, first and foremost, you can never have more than 4. With that in mind, how far they can move, but a real strike player, let's take a quick look. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine... if you look at your notes, you can also tell by a melee-type machine attack. We've seen this plenty of... So just move that piece forward so I... Great, now grab your... Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner-type machine here. This means they'll only hit the... Let's move that machine forward so we can take a... Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram-type machine. Attack an enemy with it, and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way in your opponent. Looks like we have... Now this is a beauty of a piece. A dash-type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board. You should also make sure it's able. Otherwise, you won't. Here, I'll show you. Look, a nifty little piece. If you look at you'll notice this particular machine. There's quite a few of, but I'm pretty sure it's got. I think that about does. This is gonna be fun. My turn. Your move, Red. Just one piece left. You're up, Red. Okay, let's see. Your turn. Now that was a game, even if I lost. Let's do this. I'm up. That's it for me. Time to get serious. Board's all yours. Time to make my move. Knocked right off the board. One less piece on the board. Time to get serious. That was brutal. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. Well, that's done now. My turn. Looks like you're down to one piece. I like that piece where it was. Ah, off the board it goes. I'm up. That's it for me. Looks like I lost. Good luck. Board's all yours. Time to make my move. You're up, Red. time to make my move. Knocked right off the board. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. That was brutal. Okay, let's see. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Off the board it goes. Come up. Well, that's done now. One less piece on the board. That was brutal. Time to get serious. Oh, I thought I had that one. Here we go. Come up. You're up, Red. Okay, let's see. Well, that's done now. Board's all yours. One less piece on the board. Time to make my move. Oh, seriously? Knocked right off the board. Time to get serious. Off the board it goes. One less piece on the board. Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say. Come back anytime, Red.
Ignoring me again? Knew you couldn't resist some good company.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people?
Oh, yeah. But the equipment I need to make... And don't get me started on them.
And if you...
I make meals.
How did you end...
Some of these people... Anyway, next thing I knew...
Your last customer mentioned your cook. Where I'm headed,
I would be happy to oblige.
But...
But my special group, without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen. Even if I already... Unless...
What do you need?
For the ingredient, a few pieces of decent wild meat. And that'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might until I can have a new one. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. Don't worry, you'll have no issue finding boards, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as...
Thanks, Mildef.
So that... If you say...
Already got enough bigger leaf. Just need to hunt for some wild meat and grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile. You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better. Not just again. Name's Odur. Best place to practice. Say, you, the savior of Maria.
Who?
The Enduring. I've heard the Tenakth have. It's out the war, and only the very.
So to.
You'll have to go far if you 3 clans. My guess is you'd have to be if the Tenakth don't kill you. But that's a far. I also.
Who would I be fighting?
Well, but you have to. We only use dual blades and these drunken fools. You have to leave everything but you. But I'll. So.
I might be.
That's what I. Come on. If your opponent keeps blocking, then use a heavy attack or a power attack to break through. Either that or hit them from behind.
That's it.
Close attention to your opponent's stance. Read their intentions. Choose your attacks to break their defense. Spear can deal with that armor. Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy or power attack to blast the armor off. Energy doesn't last forever. That spear can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents. Use your blade, and use it. Yield! I yield! Well fought, friend. Well fought.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Ooh. Serves me right for thinking I could go up against the savior of Meridian. Here, have this. A little something for the new champion.
Thank you, Hodurk.
Don't be a stranger now. Come back whenever you'd like to spar again.
Okay.
Good luck out.
Can't be doing any business while Chain Scrape's on lockdown.
What's wrong with my... You're Nora, and I'm inebriated.
Huh.